Greg, over here on the right.
Kyrie, Greg Logan of New York Newsday. Following up on that, Steve Kerr said that Clay is like a yellow Labrador chasing a ball the way he chases you around the court. and what I'm wondering is, do you feel that in some ways that your matchup has been key? Because this series could easily be even, the way Game 3 went. Do you feel like the way you've turned it up the past 2 games has been key to kind of the comeback?
Well, yeah, I mean, the importance of everyone playing their role, and specifically me taking the conscious effort on my end to make sure that I do everything possible and limit my mistakes and make our team better. He's done an unbelievable job of staying on my body and chasing me over every single screen. I mean, there's not one possession that I come down where I'm not getting hit or I'm not hitting somebody, and that's just the physicality of the finals. And I relish in that challenge of becoming better and demanding more out of myself. I enjoy that. So going forward, I know that there's even more challenges and more adversity that we'll face. But the only thing that matters is just our preparation and our focus level and our confidence and things that we can control. And then from that point on, then it's fair game.
Thank you.
With Associated Press, Ty was talking about how he thought you guys maybe were a little too nice the first few games and he liked the physicality.
Too what?
Ty was saying you guys might have been a little too nice the first few games and he liked the physicality you brought in Game 4. Did you sense that too? And
like I said, I think, a lot of nerves. I'll say it again, but the team that settled in the quickest was going to be successful the quickest as well. They settled in extremely fast. They adapted to the physicality. They brought the intensity. They had all the focus. And finally, in Game 4, our hit, we broke down a little bit of the door, a little bit of getting that monkey off our back, of having the pressure just solely be on us. Coming out, being down 3-1, we understand that it's a predicament that we put ourselves in. But coming out in Game 5, we feel like if we come to play and we make sure that we focus on our game plan and we bring the physicality and we bring it to them, then we'll put ourselves in a great position.
Steve in the back.
Steve Ashburner, NBA.com. Kyrie, this is a living, breathing series, and so I'm wondering how much change do you expect to see from their defense on you in Game 5?
Part of these finals that makes it special is preparing for the unexpected. So, but my job is to continue to be aggressive, continue to get my teammates involved, continue to do the things on both ends of the floor and try to dominate possession by possession and take care of the basketball. Then, honestly, we'll see in Game 5. But I'll definitely be preparing for the unexpected as much as I can.
If a team is committed to getting the ball out of your hands, if they're trapping or blitzing, what's key to, you managing that when they're trying to block out the sun and you're trying to find a way to move that ball?
By understanding how complex basketball is, but also you have to enjoy the simplicity of it too. There's a way to dominate the game without having the ball constantly in your hands. That was a role that I had to come to enjoy as well, because when you have a special great player, Hall of Famer on your team with you every single day and you're a point guard and you want the ball in your hands and you want to make plays, then you have to figure out other ways how to be effective in the game. And I think that in Game 1 and 2, as well as part of 3, just definitely got caught up in trying to find that rhythm with the basketball in my hands. But as long as collectively as a group that everyone feels good, then my opportunities will come on breakdowns from their defense, and offensively and things that we can be sharper at. I have to be implemented in those opportunities, and the way to do that is just being an open screener, being just a willing sacrificer, and the opportunities will come. So, and when those opportunities come, then you kill it.
Gary in the third row, last question in the back.
Kyrie, Gary Washington, Boston Globe. You were particularly vocal in Game 4. Are you a better player or more motivated when you're talking, if it's to someone else or to yourself? How does that go when you are constantly talking?
Well, the first thing with talking and communicating is and I think back to game 1 and 2 or any game that I played in, when the tempo is going really fast and you're running up and down, and you have to be in a very special type of shape in order to communicate with your teammates and play at that high tempo. I think game 1 and 2, we have been off for so long, getting up and down that floor with those guys, man. I was a few times where you're trying to call out a play, you're just trying to catch your breath, and defensively they're making you pay every single time down. So, when you're able to, focus in for possession by possession and still have your win and be able to vocally tell everyone what spot they need to be in because you've prepared, it's a difficult task, but once you get into that, then, the game starts to become just more fluent. So you're able to communicate your teammates, communicate to yourself, communicate to your coaching staff. You're able to see the floor a lot better.
What do you say to yourself when you're hitting baskets? There's a couple of baskets you were just talking. What are you saying to yourself? Does that motivate you?
Just keeping myself within the game. Off the court, don't really say too much, but on the court, get to be as vocal as possible. Get to throw yourself into the emotional pull that the finals or any big game will pull out of you. You just got to let that come out and just breathe in that and just live in that moment.
Last one, back left.
Kyrie, down from Hoops Israel. Katie is averaging over 30 points a game this series and playing great down the stretch in the fourth quarter. What are you going to try and do tomorrow in order to stop him?
He's an incredible player. We understand the impact that he's had on the series. So our job going forward is just to have antennas up every time he gets the basketball, but as well as respecting the rest of the guys on their team. That's what makes him an incredible powerhouse, is how they utilize each other and how unselfish they are. So, just got to keep the intensity up and our focus, and, hopefully we can come out with a win.
Thank you, Kyrie.